Alright guys, quick story time. I haven't made this in a long time. So anyway, you guys know, I like asking people in the gym. Everyone I see with an overdeveloped body part, I go up to them and I ask them, hey, what did you do to get your body part that big, this and that. I don't care if it's steroids, I don't care if it's genetics. I always ask them, because 9 out of 10 times I always figure out that it's something according to my theory. You guys know my theory of, like, you train a muscle, whatever muscle you used a lot, doesn't have to be in the gym, whatever muscle you used a lot when you were in your teenage years, whatever, they're gonna be the muscles that are gonna blow up the most when you start bodybuilding. And my hypothesis is always right. 9 out of 10, 99.9% right. You pick anyone who did, like, let's say soccer when they were younger, right? They use a lot of their legs. When they start bodybuilding, their legs fucking blow up. Pick anyone who did football or wrestling or rugby. When they start bodybuilding, their traps blow up because they had to do so much neck work and shit. I mean, the list goes on, guys. So anyway, what was I saying? ADD, I can end. So yeah, so the other day I was at the gym with Marco, right? And we have this guy that goes to our gym. He's big as fuck, right? This black guy. He's big as fuck. And he has this huge. The one thing that catches my attention the most is his upper back. Obviously, you guys know I'm an upper back holder. He has this big ass upper back, right? And I mean, his straps are not high like Marco and Hansa, but they poke out from the back. You get what I mean? He has that back thickness, so it's not really high, but it pokes out of his shirt. And he's always wearing baggy clothes. That's how you know his straps are big as fuck. Cause he's always wearing baggy clothes or sweaters, and you see through his fucking sweater. I'm not lying to you guys. Through his sweater and baggy shirt, you see the lumps in his upper back, and I'm like, damn. So he used to go to he goes to that gym for a long time, guys. He's the oldest time, but nobody wants to ask him anything because he's quiet, he looks intimidating, he's powerful as fuck, he's always doing random training things. So me and Moko used to try to look at him, try to figure out what he was doing, but we couldn't really get to the to the end of it. And you guys know me, I was like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the guy, right? Because my hypothesis is I never saw him train traps, never, ever. Once again, most people that have these developed body parts barely train them. It's not, and they think it's genetics until my theory kicks in and they realize, oh shit, you were right. So I was like, you know what, let me go up there and ask him, because he never trained traps. So finally, I went up to him at the water fountain. I was like, hey man, what's going on? What do you do for your traps, right? Got straight to the point. What do you do for your traps? And just like I expected, guys, guess what he said? He goes, nothing. I don't train traps, And it's just one of these parts of me that blow up. And that's what they all say, before I tell him about my hypothesis. He's like, oh man, I guess it's genetics. And I was like, nah, I doubt it. And I asked him, I was like, you sure you don't do anything for your traps? He goes, nope. You know what I mean? Like, I do side laterals every once in a while. I deadlift once a month, which is still not enough. I thought it's not the deadlift, because he does it like once a month. He says sometimes he doesn't even do it for a long time. So I was like, what can it be, right? And I know what I was gonna ask him. I was just waiting for him to give me all the answers. And he's like, yeah, I don't do anything for traps, man. I just do everything else. I was like, okay, bam, you ready for this? What is when you were younger, did you play football, rugby, wrestling? He goes, oh, how'd you know I played wrestling? Bang! I was like, did you guys do any neck bridge, a lot of neck work? He said, hell yeah, they did a lot of neck work. Because you guys know in wrestling, you gotta have strong traps. That's why a lot of wrestlers have these big ass traps. They're doing a lot of bridges, a lot of neck work to protect their neck. I mean, you're wrestling, you could fuck up your neck and end your career just like that. And what is the muscle that supports the neck? The trap. So that's why a lot of wrestling coaches have the athletes prioritize traps. And just like I told you guys, whatever muscle you worked a lot when you were young, it's the muscle that's gonna blow up when you start bodybuilding, because it built up all these capillaries and mitochondria, satellite cells while you were young. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right, I didn't think about that. Yeah, man, when I was young, I used to do a lot of trap work, a lot of it for my neck, and when I started bodybuilding, it's the first thing that blew up. Guys, I was so happy. I felt like Sherlock Holmes, man. I was like, man, my deductive reasons, my investigative skills are fucking through the roof, man. But anyway, so I was like, man, I'm not surprised, because when I went to that's gonna be in the second story. I'm gonna make a second video to tell you guys what happened. I went to Texas for the POG collab, and I trained in Ronnie Coleman's gym with I saw Brian Dobson, and the same thing happened. I saw this kid, I'm gonna make a video about it. Same story, exact same story. He had big ass traps. I asked him, and he was like, oh, I don't train traps, and I was like, what do you do right now? He goes, oh, I wrestle. I was like, do you do a lot of neck work for your traps? He goes, oh yeah, you're right. We do a lot of trap work. And now I don't even hit my traps, and they keep blowing up, right? Same thing like Marco's story, same thing like Matt's story with the farmer walks. It's ridiculous, guys. So once again, whatever you hit a lot when you were younger, when you start bodybuilding, that body part is gonna grow like fucking weeds. But yeah, that guy's pretty cool now. I watch him in the gym all the time, and now it's too late. I don't feel like doing any of the stuff that he used to do. But food for thought, guys. You want a muscle to grow, overtrain that shit like crazy for like a month to 2, I don't know, 4 weeks max. And when you go back to lifting heavy with good nutrition, it's gonna blow up, I guarantee you. All right. And finally, there's scientific research behind it, so I'm finally relieved. For 2 years I believed in it. I didn't know why, because it worked on my chest. Now I know why. All right, my Hey guys, what's going on? Quick video. How to increase your upper chest, upper pecs. Once again, I'm gonna give you guys both my anecdote, my bro science, and what the literature says, what the scientific research says. So when you combine it all together, I'm gonna recommend 1, 2, 3. Number one is the dumbbell incline press, right? Believe it or not, the barbell incline press